I appreciate you for joining me, brother. What it's like to be a photo god,
Right.
person behind the camera. Insight, nothing too heavy, something that we can kind of give value to whoever is smart enough to watch this. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, photo god himself.
Yes. I am Kurt Broom, KB. I run Under the City Lights, which is a LA based lifestyle digital that curates the how can I say the share the content that we create for the highlights for the city's food, nightlife,
Yes, sir.
special events, and so on and so forth for the urban community. And that's what we do. That's why when you see me out, I'm curating the videos, taking the video shoots, a little bit of photography, but mostly videos, so I can put it on our future website, mostly the social media aspect of it, so that way everybody knows what's going on. So I point them in the right direction when they come to my page if they want to follow to the events to go to these special events that they know that they can't get into, they don't know how to get into. I can show
Yeah.
them the way, and that's what I do, man. I mean, just every day, all day, every day. Anything in LA, whatever I can touch, that's what I do.
So you said a lot there. I want to
Yeah,
sum it up. If you
yeah,
want good eats and
yep,
good ambiances and
for sure.
establishments to attend, this is the guy to tap in with so that he could point you in the right direction. I haven't
For sure.
partook on any of the suggestions, but I always
Yeah.
write them down. I just gotta make it to that because you don't come to Ventura County. I ain't
No,
got no
no,
beef
no.
with you or nothing, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
bring that closer to this side, and I might want to partake. But I appreciate you taking time and chatting with me, brother.
Oh yeah, for sure, without a doubt. When you ask, I'm always there, no matter what. If I can
Always,
be there, I'll definitely be there.
Mr. Reliable, my OG. The first question that I want to ask, and this is the first time me asking it, and it kind of is um a steal from my favorite movie, one of my favorites, Brown Sugar. It's like,
Right.
when did you fall in love with hip hop? When did you fall in love with videography, photography, or just being a camera god himself?
Okay. Well, I like the first version better, but I'll do the second. I used to do photography when my kids were growing up. And then once they got to a certain age, like around 13, 14, I kind of laid off of it.
Mhm.
Um, and then didn't pick up until, again, I started Under the City Lights. When I tried to reach out to people to take pictures and video, some people helped me out, but most of the people just fell off. So I was trying to hire for the position. Um, and pay them, actually pay them, for what it's worth. I couldn't rely on certain people or, certain to do certain things on time. That's why I'm always like there at least a half hour before, because
Yeah,
when I say, I need you here at 8 o'clock p.m., you show up at least 7:30 to make sure everything's ready to go.
yeah,
But I couldn't count on people for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, to do the shoots. So I just ended up picking up, like, buying a new camera, the Sony camera, and all the accessories to it. And it, just get out there and start doing it myself, you know. So all the videos you see is all mine, all me, and throughout. It's just for the food, same thing. Everything I do is with the with the camera that I put up that I do.
yeah,
And I have no problem with it because it opened doors and opportunities to different things. I see different things and do different things. So it opened up for more restaurants to contact me in order to go there to film their restaurants, so on and so forth, clubs and bars and stuff like that. So, it's a blessing in disguise. I just wish it was more. I just wish I was able to get more people to join me in order to make this Under the City Lights bigger than it is.
absolutely. What was it about like food restaurant review or that lane that kind of put you there? How'd you get
Well,
there?
because the main thing is that it started out where I lived. in the San Fernando Valley. So the idea came from going out to eat all the time. As you know, I'm always out eating
Hmm.
with myself and my wife and my kids, and I'm always out eating. So I was like, okay, let me do a food review. I did it once, did it twice, and okay, this is cool. But in my neighborhood, I was like, well, this is not big enough for the food. I don't like a lot of food out here, so they started opening the scopes, different types of meals I enjoy,
Yeah.
and so it just doing that more and more often, and then I was like, oh man, I might as well do LA because I've been born and raised here, and I know LA, like the back of my hand. Let
Yeah.
me just do that, and I just started doing it. It's just a lot more than I expected, so it just slowly grew into it. Yeah.
What's your overall vision for the Under the Lights brand and just the movement that you've established? Was
For sure.
there is it on par with the end goal that you had, or has it modified over the years?
No, no, no. It's on par for what I wanted, what I had written down, and what the scope is. I want it to be, you know, I hate to use this name, but like other uh, food spots that you go and look up, and and it's on your phone. When you get a phone, it's automatically on there
Mm,
where it's telling you where to eat.
yeah.
Well, it's not. It's not really telling you or suggesting where you should eat. It's just supplying the area, and then if you pick Italian food, here's all the Italian spots. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but the thing is that they're relying on people to give their reviews.
Right.
That's cool, that's great. So you're still going in blind, but with mine, I curate it where I interview the people to say, talk about yourself, talk about your food, talk about what's special about your food, and then you'll see me eating the food and saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is A1. You should definitely eat here, whatever." I put my own spin on it more so than just looking at an app to see what is suggested by you
Absolutely.
know and really, I don't care if they're good or bad. It's just because I know everyone has their own taste.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you, this is what it's like. This is what it tastes like. If you like this style, this is good. If you don't like this style, then you might want to stay away. So there's no
100%.
harm, no foul.
Okay, I like that. And this is breaking news because we've never talked about this, but you may not know it, but I can tell by my slender frame. So if I ever need to come in and test with you and make
Yeah.
sure we capture the essence just right, you let me know. I'm a picky eater. If you need
No.
somebody to ride with you, I definitely like tasting the
Hey,
different cuisines because LA has a lot of different mixtures.
for sure. And that's
Yeah,
what's great about it because there's everything for everybody, no
yeah,
matter what it is. I mean, for vegan, I mean just everything, and it's abundance of it.
yeah.
So yeah, it's all in there, all the areas. So it's no. Oh, you only like this, so go here. No, it's not like that. You got spots all over the place.
So give me some top restaurants you've reviewed or you've brought value to that you kind of want to highlight. What's a
Yeah.
couple off the top of your head you can think of?
So one of my surprises that people don't know about, they when I tell them, they're just like, really? And once they go there, they're like, oh my god, that is a solid spot, which is a taco spot.
Okay.
It's Benny's Tacos.
Mm.
Benny's Tacos. They have a few locations, which is good. So you know that they're a solid company, a solid food spot
Yeah.
to eat. They got like 4 or 5 different spots. So
Okay.
you know, along with me saying that, obviously other people like it because it's growing.
Right.
And another spot I really like is an Italian spot over by my area, um, and that is Salty
Yeah.
Girl in mid in over on in Hollywood and
Yeah.
East LA. I mean East Hollywood, West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Salty Girl, which is a seafood spot. That's always good. There's spots that I go to. Um, that are great spots. They're real good. I definitely would go back to a lot of the places I eat at.
Yeah.
Although there are some funky spots that I've been to that's just like, oh man, definitely stay away. Don't want to eat here. They've actually two places closed down already because it was just that awful.
Really?
One spot is out here, over here in Granada Hills, and that place was just horrible. It's like they served seafood, but it was like seafood out the box, like the fish and chips and stuff. It was just
Really?
it was awful. Yeah, and
Yikes.
another, I mean, there's spots like that are out there, and unfortunately they do exist, but it's called Caruso's. Caruso's
Caruso's?
Pizza. Again, another underrated spot. They have two spots, so that's a solid spot, man. Really, really, really good pizza. Really, really good seafood.
What kind of
Just
pizza?
excellent
Is it like
spot.
it's like Brooklyn pizza? Like with
Uh,
the thick crust?
yeah, it's a little thick, but it's not. It's more New York style, but not
Okay.
Brooklyn style.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I have a Brooklyn spot over in Westwood. That place is
Yeah.
off the hook.
I love
Yeah,
Brooklyn
that place
pizza.
is off the chain. Yeah, that place is good. The crust. The owner of that restaurant. After I interviewed him and talked to him, obviously the restaurant. He has a couple of them. He's
Yeah.
from Brooklyn, and he moved out here back in the days, the '70s, and he opened this restaurant. But needless to say, um, he is connected with Costco. He sells his
Really?
pizza dough to Costco.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Yikes.
right, dude. I'm like, what? When I'm interviewing, he's telling me, I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm
Oh
going to
my god, I was
Costco's.
shocked. I was shocked. I was like, no way. Yeah,
Yikes.
he sells the dough to Costco's.
Must be big.
Although with their pizza sauce and all that, it's
Yeah.
dope. Yeah,
I'm not from here.
right.
Is there like being from somebody that's from here, is there particular areas that probably um an out of towner would thrive in with great authentic choices? Like, are there certain areas that people need to go to, or is it just widespread across LA County?
It's widespread across. It's just you want to stay away from the usual tourist spots,
Yeah,
and then you start getting into the local scene, and the local scene is always better than the tourist spots.
right.
For sure, for sure. You just
Yeah.
stay. I mean, I don't want to knock on anybody's hustle, but you don't want to eat that stuff. Just at least go a couple miles down, and
Yeah.
you'll find a nice soul food spot, which is so delicious. So delicious is one of my soul food spots. Oh
In
my god,
Hollywood?
yeah, man.
Oh,
On
we've never heard of that.
Fairfax, yeah,
I'm just hesitant to go to because, yeah,
right. For sure. I don't mind because I'm from here and I know how to
yeah,
navigate.
absolutely.
So it's a lot easier for someone like me because I've always been around. Even when I was younger, I although I grew up out here, but I was always out in LA with my cousins, my family and stuff. So,
Yeah,
most of my times I spent with them. And so I'm able to navigate from one side of the world to the other side of the world.
yeah. I want to ask a question about first camera. You kind of alluded to it, but typically our first anything, first car, first whatever, very sentimental, has a story behind it. Do you remember your first camera?
Yeah, I had a Nikon. I bought a Nikon. I think it was the D70 at the time, and it was 1 year in the making, and then that's when I bought it. I was like,
Mm,
okay, this is cool. Let me grab this. And then I fell in love with it because it was the first thing. Once you learn it, and then slowly but surely, you take classes and whatnot, and then go from there.
yeah,
Yeah, so the Nikon was my first, and really, if I didn't have a great deal on the Sony, I would have
mhm,
gotten another Nikon because I
yeah,
mean I'm comfortable with that. But with what I needed, I wanted to stay away from the photography. I wanted to do more videography work
yeah,
because I saw that was the lane that no one was in. It was
yeah,
all photography, and I
yeah.
found a lane that would satisfy what I was doing versus not doing it. So I grabbed it and all gold from there.
Smart. But today, I mean, Sony's still one of the tops, but I mean, Nikon's
Yeah.
come a long way.
Oh, for sure.
I'm a Canon shooter, so no
Right.
disrespect. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel you, but
Yeah. I mean, it's just what you feel comfortable with. It's like a
hundred
car, right?
percent.
It's so,
Toyota, Honda, Nissan, they all gonna do the
yep.
job.
Yep. Yep. Hey, as long as it lasts, I don't care, man.
That's it.
I don't want to be driving around in a brand new car and it breaks down at $1,000 to fix.
I wanted to jump to Sony, and then after a while, I realized it was all the same.
Yeah.
Eventually, like Sony may take the lead in introducing new features or whatever because they're much bolder, and
Right.
then eventually Canon Icon is going to fall in line. It's just like same thing like the phone industry. Yup,
Yeah.
the car manufacturers. There's going to be those that jump out on the ledge first, and
Yeah.
and everybody else follows. So it really doesn't even matter at this point.
For sure. Most definitely.
Yeah,
Because it's just a matter of time. And like I said, I'm comfortable with the Sony. And if there's something better, by the time I get a new one, then I'll get a new one and get whatever company makes it at that time.
yeah,
If I get another camera, I might, size down to using the phone because it could do everything. So it's
yeah.
just a matter of what I feel comfortable with.
Next one I wanna highlight is first shot, your first experience, or that first opportunity that you received that kind of catapulted you in this position that you're currently in. When was your first shot, your first opportunity given,
Oh
or did you
wow.
just take it?
It definitely wasn't given. Nothing, yeah, no, you just have to bum rush, kick in the door, wave in the 4-4,
Before all you heard was
Yeah.
"Papa, don't hit me no more."
Right? You got it. You got it. But yeah, so the first place I went to uh was a restaurant. It was the sushi bar out here in Encino,
Mm,
on Ventura Boulevard.
okay.
It is now closed, but it was called it was a great spot. It was really, really, really fresh. And it actually closed down after the pandemic hit.
Mm,
That was the first spot that I actually did my review and everything on, my food review because another spot that we've eaten there a lot of times. And then that was for me, it was like, I might as well do it here, It's one
yeah,
of my go-to spots, let's knock this out.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
How it navigating through asking the restaurant or the owner or anybody in particular to do a review now is probably seamless and easier. How was it at the beginning?
Hard. It was
Yeah,
hard. Yeah, because they didn't understand why I wanted to interview them. You
yeah.
know, let alone sit there with a camera and take pictures and video of it. They're just like, no, 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 no. I'm like, no, trust me, I'm doing this, and did it on the slide. But now it goes, like ordering water. It's automatic. It's just, you don't disturb people that are, capturing their content because now they're more than welcome. Oh, you have a camera? Come on in. I'll give
Come
you
on
front row
in.
seats.
Yeah. Mhm.
I mean, evolvement, right? So now it's the in thing, kind of going out, but it's the in thing that everyone does. So now it's an easier pill to swallow. Where I was able to uh, make money on that aspect of it. It
Mhm.
was great because it was new. You could charge whatever, and as long as you deliver. Now that everyone does it, it's like, oh my god, okay, now I got to change my style and do it this way and this way and that way. Work around it.
Okay. This is a speed
Okay.
round. I always wanted to be a rapper, but I could never freestyle. So in this segment, based off our
Yeah.
conversation,
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to freestyle and throw out some things, and you pick this or
Oh.
that.
All right.
Okay, that work for you?
Yeah.
If
Oh
I
yeah.
look
I'll try.
terrible, hopefully you don't look terrible. Based off everything you've told me, reviews. Would you rather review a restaurant, a sit down restaurant, or a fast food restaurant?
Sit down restaurant.
Okay, why have you done fast food?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Because sit down for me is more sit down relaxation. I could really sit and taste the food,
Mm,
and that's like the biggest part of doing a review. A lot of people just take a bite. Oh, it's the best thing. Not. not necessarily true because after you eat it, then you can give a review. Then you could be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is really nice," or putting hot sauce on something before you even take your first bite. I mean, I don't understand that because if I'm a cook, if I'm a chef, I would want you to taste the food,
Yeah.
right? In a natural, I brought it out to you, taste it first. But most people dump all this stuff on it and then go, "Oh, it's great." I'm like, you haven't even tasted the food. But again, that's just me. I'm particular that way. So, that's just what I do.
Okay. I like
But
it.
yeah, sit down restaurant for sure, by far.
A few review in the Valley or a food review in Beverly Hills.
Um, Two things. Whatever's gonna be cheapest, whatever's going to be the quickest. So if I'm happen to be in Beverly Hills, then Beverly Hills it is. If
Yeah.
I'm out here in the valley it is. I mean, I'll drive to it, but my first choice is how far do I have to go and how much do I have to pay? Because that makes a difference. Especially nowadays, everything is so skyrocketed and just costs so much. I mean, just everything about it that it kind of holds me back to do my reviews because I don't want to do a review and be like, hey, my bill was $150. All I had was a hamburger, and knowing that most people can't afford that, so that's kind of numbskullish in a sense to
Yeah.
suggest such a thing. So it just depends. Most of the time it's just I never have plans to go to places. I just end up there. Oh yeah, I remember this place. Let's stop by there and go. You know, and I normally I talk to the people before I actually go, so that way they know I'm on the when I'm in the vicinity to
Yeah.
go there.
As a photographer, you navigating in a restaurant. Do you prefer using LED lights or constant lights with you, or are you using the restaurant lights?
Well, it just depends on if it's how dark it is. If it's like real dark in most restaurants, like they are, then I hate to bring out um, the LED lights. The little I have a little light.
Hmm.
I hate to bring it out because I don't like disturbing other people when they're eating. So I
Okay.
do my best to try to shelter it, cover it up, and shoot the foods. Or if worst comes to worst, I'll just use my phone. Like I said, it's good. It still produces a great view of foods,
Right.
but I don't like it, but I'll use it. I'll use it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the major point in when getting in is not necessarily getting in, getting out, but not causing a heavy footprint, interrupting what's going on in the restaurant, getting your content and going.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
That's like my first thing, and I hate filming at restaurants in a sense of because I know they're working. I know they won't shut down because if they do, I gotta foot the bill for being shut down.
Right.
So I want it to be natural as possible.
Yeah.
So the different orders, I'll get the different footage of the orders, and go from there. I mean, I just hate to be in their way, but
Gyms. So I'm not surprised
yeah.
that something like that exists in that area. Next segment is oh snap. This is talk about some gear or something, photography, videography related, that you have your eye on purchasing next. Oh snap.
You know, the thing I would buy is I have a right now a small camera. Um, it's a VX 9000. It's a
Mm-hmm.
action camera. It's an older one, a few years old. I bought it and I barely used it. But I say that because I want to get another camera, another small camera. Again, because I don't want to use my big camera to film. When I'm on a we're at this restaurant eating. I want
Yeah.
something small and. So I'm thinking about the DJI uh, camera, the one that flips the screen or whatever. It's a little small one. Yeah,
The pocket.
that one, the Pocket. I think it's Pocket 3, the
Yep.
DJI Pocket, whatever. Yeah, so that'll be my next one. I'm not in a rush, but I will get one very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the Osmo Nano from
Right.
DJI. That's the one that detach off. I love it. Right on that hat. That'd be
Yeah,
great for you. What you do.
for sure. Most definitely. It'll be less headache for me, and I'm all for it. Saying, okay, that's it. I'm getting it.
The biggest thing I love about the Osmo Nano is it has internal storage. So I hate buying little SD cards.
Yep.
It has 128 gigabytes on it,
Yeah.
which you can film a whole bunch of stuff on there.
Yeah.
And then once you're done, you just clear it and then you start back off at 128, 107 or whatever.
Rinse and
I love
repeat.
it. Yeah, rinse
Yeah.
and repeat.
And that's what I like. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recommend that to anybody trying to get that BTS or that low profile content.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, those are ideal to get. You know, but for what we do, for what I do, filming all the time, it's a conundrum of I need the camera to satisfy my taste, but it's not just the camera. I need the memory size, right?
Yeah.
So, and then when I get home, when I upload and download all this memory, it's eating up my computer or my
Yes,
my
sir.
external drive. Now
Yes,
I got,
sir.
it's the conversation you always have. It's just I gotta find. I know there's a way. There's got to be a way. I just can't find it. But until then, I'll be a circus animal jumping around, and you know, yeah, it's just awful. It's just awful. It's just
Yeah.
we can't win. Can't
You can't
win.
win at all. And a lot of people don't
No.
understand that. People may talk about it and joke about it, but it's a real thing. Like you could take
Yeah.
whatever great footage, but you got to come back and store it somewhere. And because of the price hacks and what's going on in the world, like everything has tripled or quadrupled. So
Yeah.
where I used to get a 2 terabyte memory card or SSD for $180, them shits is 550 right now.
Dude,
Like
and people don't understand that. And
like
I hope,
that.
and I'll tell them, hey, make sure you, but they got to be told, and they don't understand why the pricing went up for us to go out and shoot. I'm like, dude, I
Yeah.
got to buy a memory card. Well, what's a memory card? I'm like, oh my God, man, are you going to pay this or not? Yeah, so they don't get it. But make sure you take care of your photographers, videographers, and
For
don't
sure.
balk at what they're charging. They're
Yeah.
charging for a reason. It's so
100%.
silly. So silly. They don't know.
100%.
They just want to cast judgment just because, oh, this is what this guy does. No, not everybody does
Yeah.
what that guy does. Not
Yeah.
at all. And don't forget, you get what you pay for. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Lamborghini results with Kia
Yeah.
money. It don't work like that.
Yeah, for real. For
No
real.
offense to
I
anybody
mean,
driving Kia.
you got to be real with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ain't knocking Kia. Shit. Hey, whatever get me A to B, man. A to B. I don't care. I don't care. Just don't break down. Just don't break down.
Wait,
For sure. Yeah, they
that used
have.
to be a good joke, but now
Yeah,
shoot,
right?
they probably leading the way in the industry.
Yeah. They catapulted up quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah, they figure themselves out.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to
For sure.
Kia, Hyundai, all of them.
Yeah, for sure.
A moment that would surprise us and that surprised you, that was extremely beneficial or taught you an important lesson. Um,
The moment that surprised me of again, it's a venue, a restaurant that I went to. Mostly, I'm surprised when people are more welcoming. When I
mm,
come and do my thing, people really, some businesses, I should say, really accommodate me in order for me to get what I need done. But I don't expect anybody to anything to. Oh, we'll stop our production for you. No, 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 keep going. I don't expect anybody to stop for me, but for businesses that do, I'm just so grateful because it makes my job easier. I don't have to work around anybody or just I gotta stand on one leg and put one arm back here, to get a good shot. People
yeah,
that work with me without knowing it, it always helps me out. Whatever helps me out helps us out. Everything runs a lot smoother. So yeah, just as long as it runs smooth and the helping out is the biggest thing.
Definitely makes it for what you're interested in doing. It could be invasive. It definitely takes cooperation. You can't be successful unless you have that from the restaurant owners or the staff that's there. So
Right,
definitely can help you thrive, and ultimately you're helping them thrive because you're giving them a real live review, which is value for their potential customers to see.
for sure.
Ran into businesses that don't understand that and maybe were like very embracive with their response to you when you offered
Yeah,
to do
you,
that.
you, you know, yeah, not so much because they know what I'm there for. So
Yeah,
they try to, help me out in a sense because they know. I tell them right off that, hey, I don't want you to stop working. Don't stop production for me, but I'm gonna be in your way. So if I'm in your way, just excuse me or kind of let me know where you're going without saying.
yeah,
But I let them know what we're getting into first and foremost so that way they can look out for me to make everything. Because like I said, as long as everything runs smooth, it's good. So if I don't tell them or whoever I'm working with that, and and believe it or not, I don't like to talk, especially when I'm filming. I just want to capture natural movements, natural looks. That's my biggest thing. I don't like so much of a setup, like
yeah.
modeling setup and all that. I just want it to be natural as much as possible.
No, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Okay. Hey, we haven't talked about it, but your logo. Explain your thought process with coming up with the logo. I love it, and people gonna know that it
Yeah,
came from under the city lights.
for sure. Definitely. Definitely. And I do that. So the logo itself, I didn't design it, but I told the
Right.
person that how I wanted it. When
Yeah.
I first told them the design, I had it made, which was under the city lights, but my character was white. And I
Hmm.
was like, oh man, I don't want to be just white because that's not who I am and that's not who I deal with. So, you know
Right.
what? Make a black guy. You know what? Make an Asian woman. You know what? Make a Mexican, Spanish, Latino woman. And that was it. And that
Mm.
that was
All
a,
inclusive.
all everybody, right? So
Yeah.
if you're outside of that, I'm sorry, but this is what I could, the best I could do, you know. But it's all for a reason because I
Yeah.
did it intentionally because now I could build on why. There's a reason behind that I did 4 characters. Yeah, and each one represents a lifestyle of choice. Once we get to that point, that each character will I'll designate towards that lifestyle. One for museums, one for restaurant, one. So that way, when you're associating when you go out to dinner, you know that when this guy appears or this woman
Mm.
appears, oh yeah, this is solid, solid, solid.
Yeah.
And and the colors I picked, everything's intentional of what I do because there's no sense of doing something off the cuff and then have to change it later and change it, you know.
Yep.
So it was a long thought
Measure
process.
twice, cut once.
Yeah, yep, right. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. And my logo is under the city lights when I post it on the on my social media, which is all the characters together in the city backdrop. But I mostly use my under the city lights logo on the when I shoot videos and footage on that. And the reason
Hmm.
why I do that is because why not? I mean, I got to the point to where when I shot something and I gave it to them, they never in return shot me out or this is because,
Yeah.
this footage is from, I got tired of that. And I was like, well, I mean,
Selfish.
there's companies out there, big companies that use their logos. Why can't I? And
100%.
I've had people come back and say, hey, can you take this off? I'm like, wait a minute. Do you ask Nike, can they take the swoosh off when you buy your shoes? Hell no, I'm not taking it off. So
Swoosh is staying
you
on
laugh,
there.
you laugh, but
Yeah,
so my
100%.
logo's right there. Unless they're gonna pay full price for the product or whatever that I film, then they pay me full price. Then hey, Cool. I don't need my logo on there. You know,
Yeah.
whatever you're gonna do with it, that you're paying for.
Yeah.
But if you're not paying for it, nothing like that, or you're, give me a shout out or whatever, cool. I appreciate the shout outs, but that don't pay the rent. Bills are
Right.
due every month,
Yep.
like clockwork. So just
Yeah.
like anybody else, I'm not going around saying, "Hey, can I get this for free?" Don't ask me if you can get it for free. It don't work like that. If I do something for free, I do it. Not because you want it, it's because I need it. This is what I want to do.
I salute you, and I understand 100% on why you do it.
Yeah,
Just good business
yeah,
is good business. So treat your
yeah,
photo video guys correctly, and they'll serve you. It's really
for
that
sure,
easy.
for sure. And it's nothing difficult behind it. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. You know,
Yeah.
respect mine, I'll respect you. That's the
Yeah.
way it goes. That's the way
Yeah.
it goes.
100%.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
uh, describe your shooting style using 3 movies.
Oh, damn. Um,
This one's heavy.
Friday.
Okay, I like it.
Friday, because to me that was it looks like it was shot with one camera. you
One
know
camera, yep.
what they you know it was to me it looked like the budget was small. They worked
Yep.
with what they had, and
Yep.
just shoot. And the movie's not like like a action movie with all the equipment. No, no, it's just shoot and go, man.
Yeah.
I like that freestyle.
Yep.
So freestyle like Friday, like
Yep.
Quentin Tarantino with
Mm.
Samuel Jackson and
The
uh,
Django.
uh, yeah, not Django, but the other one,
Pulp Fiction.
with Pulp Fiction. Yeah, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
again, that freestyle look to it. Anything
Yeah.
freestyle, that's all. I'm all over that. Although I like all genres, but for me,
Yeah.
my style is freestyle because I carry my camera around. So obviously, I could get a gimbal, but I don't like that. I don't. Again, I don't like this. It's
Looks too
cool.
perfect.
It's great. It's fantastic. But I mean, for me, it's not real. I
Yeah.
like the movement. I like the shaking. Appearance on it. So yeah, I like that style a lot better. A running
Yeah.
gun, running gun, running gun.
Okay.
Yeah. Spike Lee. Spike Lee. Uh,
Do the right thing.
again, do the right thing, right?
Okay.
Again,
Yeah,
a
I feel
old
you on
school
that one.
movie.
Yeah.
Look like it's one shot.
One
Cut.
cam.
Let's move over here. Cut. Let's move over here. Right? Yeah. I mean, it's just again, I don't like the setups. I like to go off the cuff, man. It's
Yeah.
just more realistic.
Yeah. Yeah. The movies that have all been put to test right here were made in the 1900s and 90s. And
uh,
back then you couldn't AI new shit. You had to
no,
you
man,
had to
no.
figure that shit out
Yep.
with the
You
with the
figure it out.
muscle.
You got that right. Got that right. Yep. Yes. You know, and I like you in the sense of you're asking questions that you never asked before because
Yeah.
again, I like it off the cuff because now I can
Yeah.
respond the same way.
Even in my own personal journey of navigating of the times, but like I was born in 85, right? And I
Yeah.
remember what, the 80s and the 90s it felt like, and it felt so much more authentic to what it feels now. Not to say that
Right.
everything now is fake, but
Yeah.
like it just seems simplified.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
just because you have all the technology at your disposal doesn't mean you got to use it all, right? And I've had to get into that even with like cameras, right? Sometimes one camera gets it done, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of great movies that you mentioned was shot with a single
What,
cam.
right? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who's to say that that can't be done to this day? And that's really what I feel like is missing is that recipe that made everything feel everlasting.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That
And it
classic.
can be done. It's just a matter of someone doing it, not taking
Yeah,
shortcuts.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. To each his own, I guess.
for sure. So
Okay.
your closing remarks and your advice that you give to yourself, if you could talk to yourself that was just starting out, what advice would you give that young Kurt?
Oh man. Okay. Just pick what you want to do, love what you want to do, and do it. If you love what you're doing, then it won't seem like work. And if it don't seem like work, you don't mind doing it. You'll do it every day to the day you die. But as long as you're doing something that you don't love to do, then you're pulling your hair out. You're just hate the world. I mean, I've had a job that was like that, and I didn't like it, but I did it. But once I understood that I can create my own and do my own thing and
Yeah,
call my own shots. I mean, it's not easy because owning your own business and all that. I mean, you have to learn all the aspects. But if you're
yeah,
open to doing that and doing it for yourself, then go for it. I mean, I would tell my younger self that if you love what you pick, what you're doing, if you love what you're doing, then go for it and do it. Do it to the at all costs because it doesn't matter what you get paid. I understand that bills need to be done, taken care of, but you charge what you charge,
yeah,
and go with it, because that's the best thing, man. I mean, I that's the only thing I can tell you, or anybody, even my younger self, because I mean, I wanted to be a detective when I was younger,
mm,
but I did everything Inspector Clouseau, style, because that's who I loved. That's who I enjoyed. As corny as he was, but he still got the job done, right? So,
yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. I love that shit, but it wasn't in the cards at the time because life got in the way. So,
yeah,
you know, so that's what I would say. That's why I tell my kids, I know you don't like what you're doing. Just pick what you want to enjoy that you're doing, and let's go towards that.
yeah,
Because when you're 50 years old, 100 years old, you're like, oh, I didn't like my stuff. I worked because you're working like a dog, and it's not worth it when you just sure you did 30 years on your job, but damn, man, now you're just bald head, crow's feet across your face and just
yeah.
mad at the world
Now
when you
you
don't have
explaining
to
me.
be. Yeah, dude. I mean, life gets in the way, right?
Yeah, life be
Yeah.
life, man.
Yeah. Right.
So that'd definitely be beneficial. That reminder of simplify the process and just
Right.
stay with it. I like how you mentioned like doing what you love because again, those born in the 1900s, uh, we're accustomed to getting that career or getting that safe job that pays the bills, which is important and should not be
For sure.
neglected.
For sure.
However, you got to feed the soul.
For
If there's
sure.
something underlining that really moves you and that really interests you, then figure out a way to dip and dab in it until you no longer have to dip and dab in it, and it becomes
Yeah.
your everyday reality.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'll give you an example. My neighbor, um, he hates his job. He
Hmm.
can't stand it, but he makes
Big money.
buku cash. I
Yeah,
mean, just filthy money. But he don't like what he's doing,
yeah,
And I tell him all the time, man, just quit. You don't have to quit, but at least find something in the same aspect, but do what you love. Because he told me what
yeah,
he loves to do, and I'm like, dude. I mean, you could easily quit your job, retire and do this, And
yeah.
he's like, yeah, you're right, I could, but because my appetite is so high, I have, certain requirements in life that the bills need to be paid,
Hundred
and this is the
percent.
only way I can get them paid. It's just like, but he's miserable at what he does.
Yeah.
But if I made that kind of money, I wouldn't be miserable. you know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
100%.
but as long as I'm doing what I love, I'll tell you, man,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. Sure,
No.
and I've done that too. So I mean, you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do. I just got to the point of, damn, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Who am I fooling? Why am I working so hard when I don't have to?
Yeah.
Let me find a lane that I fit in of what I want to do and just go do it.
Yeah. Look at God.
Oh, there you go. You better stop it, man. You're gonna be so disappointed when you come over. You're gonna be like, damn, that's it? That's it? Watching
He's
around
the
the house
richest
and stuff,
guy
man.
that I know.
No, man. No. I'm rich in love, baby. I'm rich in love. Love, man.
That
That's
he
about
is.
it.
Thank you, my friend, for joining me on
Oh,
the Picture Perfects pod as we just launch it. Great
yeah,
conversation. I appreciate you.
definitely,
To
definitely.
highlight the great things you're doing is my way to be of service to the community. If you can't find the door, then you make the door. So that's what we're
Right,
doing.
for sure. And that's
Yeah,
another kick in the front door. Thank you for doing this podcast because it gives us the time to shine and talk about ourselves
100%.
opposed to other people, doing it. And I appreciate the time and the effort that you put into it.
Yeah,
And also showing me directions, teaching me how to do photos and videos and whatnot. I mean,
100%.
because if we can't learn from each other, then I mean it's just
What's the
kind of
point?
useless. Yeah, it's just useless. So we'll keep growing as much as we can, and I know I'll see you hopefully real soon.
Yes, sir.
And then just get busy, man. Let's get going
Yes, sir. We want to create safe spaces, man. And
for
those that
sure.
are genuinely into the craft. And some people with open arms when I first joined to let
Right,
me in and to learn from, but I didn't have that. Come over here. Let me share a tip or trick that I've learned so you don't have to
right,
learn it the same way that I had to learn it,
right.
which was the hard
Taking the
way.
long route. You don't need to take a
Yeah.
long route when I can teach you the same thing.
Yeah.
Because now you're helping someone out, and they'll be able to help you out when you need them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Whenever you're ready. The sooner the better, man. The sooner the better. And you'll see, you'll be like, oh shit, oh, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Trust
So
me.
where's the next spot?
That's the genuine stuff that I want to do. That's why I rock with you because you found a lane that a lot of people aren't trying to venture into, and where you do
Right,
do the other stuff like you mentioned, but like you found a lane in finding
right,
museums, public places that
right,
people go,
right,
nightclubs,
right,
restaurants, right, to
right,
highlight that old school way to maneuver to really find people to give value. And
right,
and it's bigger than just on your social media. Like, no, I'm gonna reach out and touch you, right? And then create something so that it can live forever, right? That's old
for sure.
school. That's old school mentality. It's a lost art.
For sure,
That
man. I'm not trying to copy anyone. I'm not trying to be like one. This is what I see that's missing, and this is what I see that needs is very necessary.
yep.
So if no one has it, or very little people have it, then I'm gonna create my own, and that's what I do.
And you
Yeah,
do it well,
for sure.
brother. Hey,
Yeah.
shout your socials out, your website, where they can find you. Uh
So I'm under the city lights, which is at under underscore city. It's everything underscore, but under the city lights on all social medias, you'll be able to find me if you want to tap in and join and watch my craziness. Everything's under the city lights through and through.
for sure.
Yeah, appreciate you.
No doubt. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
for sure.